What is up back here with the video, and I am gonna kind of talk about if Steven Stamkos has really been a disappointment during his first, not only his first season with Nashville, but the first, as of this recording, 16 games with the Predators. And it's one of those things where, for myself personally, I remember when he signed with Nashville, Canada Day, 2024, and I remember thinking like, okay, it's officially official. He's done with Tampa. He's going to the Western Conference, and it's going to be weird to see him with any other team besides Tampa. Kind of deal, because that's where he spent his entire career from when he got drafted into the NHL back in, I think it was 2008. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, 2008. Kind of deal. And the last season, I could kind of understand why it clicked, but it didn't really click as much as what people thought. Like, he had, I think it was 53 points, kind of deal. One of his lower scoring years for in the NHL, like points wise, because he had like, according to Wikipedia, 81, 84, 106, 34 points, and then 66, and those 34 and 66 points were the the pandemic era of the NHL, but 53 points, and last season, the 24-25 in 82 games, and so far in 16 games played, he has a grand total of 2 points, or not 2 points, 2 goals, 1 assist for 3 points, minus 4. And it's just one of those things. Granted, I have not watched every single minute of his time in Nashville, but what I have seen, it's just hasn't clicked on what I thought it would be. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still weird to see him in anything but the blue and white, the good blue and white that can make it far in the, not in the Olympics, different video, different day, but make it far in the playoffs. But when it comes to Steven Stamkos, has he been a disappointment for Nashville over the last one and a bit seasons? I would say so. Don't get me wrong, when he signed, I was not expecting either about a point per game Steven Stamkos. He is 34, 35 years old when he signed, 34 when he signed, 35 now. And he'll be 36 in February. And I wasn't not expecting, again, point per game, but I was expecting something more than, what would that be, 56 points in 98 games kind of deal. I was expecting more of like 65, 70 points, but again, he is also getting older. Last season kind of again makes sense. First time he hasn't played in the Tampa Bay system in some way, shape, or form since he was in juniors. And again, that was in the mid-ish 2000s, like better part of 20 years ago. I think 16 years ago or something like that. But has he been a disappointment? For me, as somebody who is a Boston Bruins fan, I'm kind of happy that he's not with Tampa kind of deal. I'm happy that we only have to face the man, the myth, the legend of Steven Stamkos. But it's one of those things where I personally would love to hear from somebody or people who do follow Stamkos more often than I do. Kind of deal. Has it been a disappointment? Do you think he is a disappointment if he gets traded? Do you think, or where would you want him to go? Kind of deal. Being a little bit selfish, I would not mind seeing him in Boston, but I don't know for sure if I would want to see Stamkos play for Boston for $8 million per year for this season, plus 2 more seasons. Plus, I think I said this before, maybe not necessarily on this channel, but I'm pretty sure on other social medias, that yeah, I would not be upset if we did not make the playoffs and have a higher chance for Gavin McKenna this year and Landon DuPont next year, kind of deal. Does Steven Stamkos help with that? No. At least I don't think so. But granted, the points, maybe. And he's, again, a minus, I think 6, I said. And his career is only a +4 and whatnot. But yeah, he is one of those guys where I don't know for sure if disappointment is the right word. But if I was a Nashville Predator fan, I would be a tad bit disappointed in Steven Stamkos, but at least you did not give up some prospects to some high-end prospects kind of deal to get him. But hey, those are my thoughts and opinions. Would love to know what yours are down in the comments below. If he was having the same kind of deal in Boston, I would be disappointed. But hey, those are my thoughts and opinions. Would love to know what yours are down in the comments below. Treat yourself as well as possible, mentally, emotionally, and physically.
I guess some bitches know my name. Got daddy for the best. My boys know my name.